Last week, Xbox dominated the news cycle with Halo continuing to be a massive disappointment. And Phil Spencer continues to try to convince us that the Activision Blizzard acquisition is fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it. That and so much more when you join us live every Monday at 3:30 Arizona time at twitch.tv/lonercast and later on every podcast service known to man by searching Last Week in Games and YouTube. You know, we're on YouTube too. What is up, boyos? Welcome to Last Week in Games, where everything is video games. My name is Jake. I'm joined today by the one, the only, Nicholas. I got no middle name.
Hello.
Sapon.
That's me.
I was trying to think of a funny middle name. Couldn't do it. Nicholas Boba Fett.
Nice.
Sapon.
That's me.
How are things, sir? How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. I'm hanging in there. I watched an anime today. Right? I started watching an anime today, and I will never finish this anime. Can I tell you what it is?
I would love to know.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, yeah. We were just talking about that last night, too.
We
funny.
sure were. Danielle came home, and she's like, I want to watch this. Everybody's talking about it. That's a bad anime.
Mm-hmm.
Straight bad. Crazy, really poorly written. Bad. Which is weird. It's weird, man. People like the stupidest shit.
It's funny.
You know?
Yeah, because I checked it out as well because it was on HBO Max. And, you know, I'm a huge HBO Max stan, although the tides are turning on that one. But I'll make a different video about that. But I saw it on there and I'm like, let me check this shit out. Everyone's talking like this is the hottest anime, you know?
It's the hottest shit.
It's like My Hero Academia and then like Jujutsu Kaisen. Like that's
right.
That's like the hierarchy right now. And
well, there's also Demon Slayer, which is just on par with it's a little better than Jujutsu Kaisen as far as animation style. But it's right there with the shitty dialogue and story. So
yeah, the story to me, I was like, this is dumb. This is like fucking Inuyasha or something, or
Bleach,
or it's Tokyo Ghoul. It's Tokyo Ghoul again. Some of the art is okay, but I was just like, this is just like teenage girl stuff. No offense to teenage girls, you know, live your life. You like what you like, but I couldn't get into it. It wasn't my thing.
No.
So
yeah, it's weird. And there was an anime expo thing going on, so I went to that, which was okay. It was okay.
What was that?
It was okay.
Yeah,
that's about it. It was
Sabo
small. Yeah, it was small. Too many people in a crowded area, and it just it doesn't feel as good as something like PAX or Comic-Con or anything. It's just like, okay, there's not much to see. The most you do is get fucked up and go out for drinks somewhere. It's like we could do that on a daily anywhere.
Yeah, anyway.
we don't have to spend money to be here to have conversation at a really nice place and just get drinks. But it is what it is.
It is a nice excuse to like go downtown, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I watched that Taylor Hawkins tribute thing this weekend, and
yes,
I thought,
who's Taylor Hawkins for those who don't know?
Taylor Hawkins was the drummer of the Foo Fighters, and he passed away a few months ago, and they did this like massive tribute for him at Wembley Stadium. So there were like 70,000 people there, and it was really cool. They had like a lot of artists, you know, like Joe Walsh was there, Casho was there, did a song. Who else? Paul McCartney did some songs. The Rush came back, and like it's the first time Rush has played since Neil Peart passed away. It was really cool. Yeah. It was really a cool thing. So if you guys have Paramount Plus, you should go watch it. It's really, really cool. It's 6 hours long, but they do have like an abridged version where it's like, here's 45 minutes of just like some highlights or whatever that you can watch, or you can just skip around. I watched the entire fucking thing though because I'm a madman. I just had it on at work, honestly. But it was very, very good. I enjoyed it a lot. That was basically my entire weekend. So
It sounds massive.
yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. But anyway, you know what, Nick?
What's up?
Let's do this. Let's jump right in
Let's jump in.
to the titties.
Oh, nice. That's my best. That's my best place to go.
These are some tidbits of news that I think are worth talking about. These are some fun titties, that we love to play with. First and foremost, biggest titty, I think. Xbox Game Pass Friends and Family Bundle officially confirmed by Microsoft. The reason I put this in the titties is because there's not a whole lot of information about this other than it exists. Here's a little bit of info here. US pricing details or global rollout date have yet to be revealed, but the Xbox Game Pass Friends and Family plan works out to be roughly $10 more than the current solo plan that's priced at $15, so about $25 a month. Microsoft also mentioned that subscribers can only be a member of one group at a time with their profile. Yeah, that makes sense. And that the primary account holder can invite up to 4 people at a time with a maximum of 8 people who can accept to join account per year.
Nice.
What are your thoughts on this? How do you feel?
I think it's a good idea. The family plans are the way to go. Save people money. That's about it. That's all they really do is save people money, give you reason to, have everything on all accounts, so your kids don't have to play on your account. They can play on their own account. But then it's got its drawbacks. Like I don't know, man. If you're a bunch of friends like we are, and you get together and you're like, hey, this is cheaper this way. Everybody just gotta Venmo me every year and not forget. We're solid. But then you have like, it kind of puts it in the people's hands to actually save the money. It's like couponing, but for video games.
Yeah. I like
it's a good thing. I like it.
I specifically like that they call it friends and family plan. Most of the time they call it a family plan, but Xbox is like, these are gamers. They're going to want to be on a plan with their friends.
Yeah.
And gamers, I think, are good at finding the deal. We're accustomed to it. So, and $10 more than the regular, but with 8 people, like, that's a screaming deal. I don't even know how they're making money.
That's $120 more than what you're spending for a solo plan. Just to put that in perspective.
But with split 8 ways.
Split 8 ways? What does that come out to? $25 a month?
Well, it'd be 25 a month. It'd be 25 split 8 ways.
Oh.
You feel me?
Is it $300, right? So it's $300 a year. So $300 divided by 8. Still 37. Well, it's $37. If you can find 8 people, it is $37.50 a year, which isn't bad.
That's a fucking smangin' deal, dude. Are you kidding me? For Game Pass?
That's like getting.
That's how much I spend right now for 2 months of Game Pass.
Yeah.
That is a smangin' fucking deal. Are you kidding me?
You gotta find 8 people.
Hey, we got close to that, I think. I think we could do it.
Maybe.
Us, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's great. And it kind of also cements that everyone has Game Pass, which is nice. I think that's their idea, is they want people to get on, because I think they've noticed that people are doing what I do and what you do, is they get it when a game is on there that they like, and then they cancel it until another game they notice. Mm-hmm. This way, it makes sure everyone has Game Pass
the whole
year. Yeah. And inevitably in 2 to 5 years, they're going to raise the price on this. That's how they get you. And then you're still in a family plan, but it's more expensive. But still, I think even in 2 to 5 years, when they raise the price, they could raise the price another $30, and it's still a smangin' deal. A year.
Oh, okay.
A year. So if it's like $60, like, that's still a smangin' deal. I think, like with the value of Game Pass, it's great.
I haven't found value in it in a minute. You know, I haven't had Game Pass for a while, and I'm like, I don't really need it.
Yeah,
There's
but
nothing on there that I'm willing to play or
it's
really
nice.
care to play.
You know, we're in a different state, I think, or space as gamers, where like we're a bit more picky. You know, we're older. We don't have the time we used to have. If we were, if this happened when we were young bucks, when we were 18,
Uh-huh.
this shit would have been delicious. You
We
know what
would
I
have
mean?
been broke. Yeah, we would have been broke.
Oh yeah, we would have been less broke than we were back then. Because
Maybe.
back then we were buying fucking every Assassin's Creed, every fucking fall.
That
Now
is
it's like
true.
they're all on Game Pass,
Yeah.
and
We
it's
would be
$30 a
Xbox
year.
heads probably.
Probably, we probably would be.
Because it's cheaper.
I don't know, man. God of War, though. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. Spider-Man.
Spider.
It's
Yeah,
rough.
yeah. We got to get that PlayStation better follow suit.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they had a PC version. Next titty. Splitgate developer announces end to future development, shifts focus to new game.
Game wasn't out very long, was it?
Yeah, it's about a year.
Like 2 years? A year? 2 or 3 years?
Here, let's look it
But
up.
when it was in like, you know, alpha mode on the
2019. So
yeah,
yeah,
3
a
years.
while, but it really blew up. I feel like in you know,
Yeah.
for,
It's got a 94, a 9 out of 10 on Steam. So yeah.
early access was 2019, but it didn't fully come
Mhm.
out until 2021.
Oh. Oh. They
What?
only lasted a year? It
My
only lasted a year. And they're like, all right, we're done.
yeah,
That's kind of rough, man. That's a little rough
I have a
thinking
pretty
about that.
I have a pretty optimistic look at it though.
All right, let's hear it.
Because I think Splitgate came out and it was a massive success.
Mhm.
Like everyone was playing this shit.
Yeah.
They did a few seasons. I don't think they were expecting it to be as huge as it was. They still
Right.
managed to make it work. It came out at
Right.
a really terrible time too, like
Yep.
2 months before Halo, if I remember correctly.
Ugh.
Like that's when that's like when
No,
it kind of.
it's 100% better than Halo too.
Oh yeah,
So
but like that, it came out like 2 months before Halo. Halo kind of killed it, I think. It didn't like kill it per se, but I think a lot of people stopped playing it when Halo came out. But it was still a massive success. I think they're at a point now where they have a lot more money. They're like, we can make a much better version of this,
right.
and I think that's where
It could be.
I think that's where they're at. They're like, we can make another season, or we can go on and make another fucking killer game.
We could do it better.
Yeah, I think that's where they're
Yeah.
at. Where they're like, let's just
That-
make Splitgate 2, and it's going to be even better.
You know, I like that. I
'Cause
like that.
That was the
I
thing
wonder-
with Splitgate, where it was like, this was really fun, but it felt like limited as far as like replayability. Like after you played it for like a week, you're kind of like, okay, I feel like I experienced the game, you know?
So there's only 25 people that were working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So 25 people shifting over. You can't like have
Yeah,
you know,
you can't have.
you can't have a team on it still. So it makes sense. I'm just surprised that they haven't gotten the money to, expand maybe a little bit.
Or maybe they don't want to.
Maybe they don't want to.
They want to keep. I think that is what was magical about Splitgate. It was like, it was a bunch of people who like really loved what they were doing, and they made a great game.
Could be.
I kind of miss when games had life cycles too, like this, where it's like, all right, it had a life cycle of a year. It's not like they're deactivating the game. It's just like they're not doing another season. The game's still up. You can still play it. They're just done doing seasons.
Well, see, I like
Call of Duty does that every year.
I know. I hated it because you get a good one like Modern Warfare, and they're like, all right, we're gonna completely cancel everything in this game and focus on this other game that's really bad. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to play it anymore because I have no reason to unlock the things or, do the things that I need to do. And most of the people will be on the other game anyway. So just kind of kills that game's longevity. When it's like, you got a year, spend money on this year that you have. And I'm like, it doesn't seem worth it to me. I'm going to spend $20 to have the thing for a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to have it for at least 2 years,
Yeah,
keep that game, keep it going, keep it fresh, keep it new.
That's probably where they're heading, right? 2-year cycle.
Oh, a Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to assume.
Especially if the Microsoft deal goes through.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute too.
Mm-hmm.
Next titty. We got a lot of titties today. A lot of titties, Nick. And I love
it.
We love it. We love a lot of titties.
Yep, of all shapes and sizes.
The DC fandom has been canceled, Nick.
Good riddance.
It's been canceled. We can't get lost in the dome anymore.
I can't get lost in the dome. The Rock won't be in a 3D projected room anymore.
Yeah, this is more movie news, I guess, but like they talked about like Justice League or the Suicide Squad they talked about games there, so I felt like it was okay to put it on here. I am kind of saddened by the DC fandom being canceled just because I'm a huge DC fan. And just seeing what's happening over at Warner, I'm a little conflicted on it. Like everything that's going on, everyone's kind of hating on David Zaslav, the new CEO, because if you're unaware, Warner Brothers was recently purchased by Discovery, so now they're called Warner Brothers Discovery. Their old guy, I think it was Alan Horn, got replaced by David Zaslav, and I'm conflicted on it because I'm taking a more like centrist approach than a lot of people online who are just like outright hating everything that Zaslav is doing. I kind of understand where he's coming from. He's come in and been like, hey, DC should be our main focus. So he basically, what it feels like to me is he's canceling everything from DC and trying to start fresh is what it seems like to me.
That would be the smart move.
Right. But at this moment, it just all we see is the cancellations, which is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, because it's like, we kind of want to see that Batgirl movie, we kind of want to see, whatever was going to happen next in the Aquaman world or whatever. But I think they're taking the right approach as far as that goes. And I think they're in a total restructure mode. So to have a DC fandom right now is probably like, we don't even know what they're probably like, we don't even know what's happening yet.
They don't have anything.
Yeah.
They don't have anything. So why have a 2.5 hour showcase if you don't have anything?
Yeah. All they have is the Batman. That's their like one confirmed, and Joker. Those are like the two confirmed things that we know are going to like continue over at DC,
Well, you got Shazam. The new Shazam comes out pretty soon too.
My guess is they just want to get those properties out because they're done. Like I'm sure they're
mostly done.
They want to release those movies and be done with them. Like Shazam, The Flash, and Aquaman. They're like, we just want to get those out so we can forget about them. They can't admit that yet because they still need to sell those movies to the audiences, which is why they're canceling fandom, in my opinion. So we may see a return of the Dome next year. My guess is they'll go the more Disney route, which I don't understand why they don't do this already, where instead of having DC fandom, they'll just have like a Warner Brothers event. Like Disney does with D23.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like their own,
where it's like everything, yeah.
Yeah, do that instead.
So it's like a huge thing that's just like everything Warner Brothers.
Yeah. I love the DC fandom personally because like they talk about comic books, and my most hyped thing that they showed from DC fandom last year was they announced a show called Batman the Caped Crusader, which was a return of Bruce Timm, who did the original Batman animated series. And then fucking David Zaslav came in and they're like, oh yeah, that show's not on HBO anymore. And they're like shopping it around to different networks. It's kind of depressing.
Wow.
So like stuff like that. That's why I'm saying I take a more centrist approach, because I
Mm.
hate some of the shit that he's doing. Like the stuff that he's doing with animation is just, it's like, bro, the one good thing over at Warner Brothers is your animation, and you're fucking killing it off. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like Cartoon Network is so important to Warner Brothers. Like you can't just,
Hmm.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't
DC
know, man.
fandom.
Cartoons rot your brain.
I don't know.
Cartoons and cereal rot your brain.
There's more art in cartoons than, Kardashians or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Or, a
but
lot of the other
but
content that
but
Discovery
not
makes.
not as much money though.
It's not even
Discover.
so much that like it brings in more money. It's just like making reality shows like Discovery does is so cheap to make.
Oh
Just a
yeah.
couple cameras and some people who charge nothing to be on your show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just endless money,
Yeah. And if people watch it,
Like, what do you think the fucking production cost is on like Real Housewives?
dude, I don't know.
Like $50,000 maybe, and then they make
Yeah.
millions of dollars off of ad revenue from that show.
There's very little overhead.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, yeah, let's just set up a couple cameras and
Versus cartoons where you have to hire a bunch of animators, and
yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. It's just like that is why that's happening. But
Money. Yeah.
anyway, tangent over. I'm saddened but understand why the DC fandom is canceled. I hope David Zaslav gets his shit together. It'd be cool to see DC like in a Marvel space, like actually
Yeah.
doing good, but
Yeah, because then we'd have more bullshit to review and watch.
yeah, which is exactly what we need.
Yeah.
No, I've always loved DC. Like, anyway,
No, you've always loved Batman. That's it. Come on.
I love Superman too.
Nah. Okay.
All-Star Superman's amazing, dude. I love Superman. I love Green Lantern. He's my guy. Wonder Woman, she's my girl. Deathstroke. Oh, I love Deathstroke, man. Anyway, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Nick. It's coming out next
Cool.
year.
Cool. We got a little like cover art. Looks like it's set in India. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I feel like India is one of the worst places to do it, because you've had a whole bunch of shit right there in the heart of like, Eastern Europe. We've had the Ottoman Empire, we've had Rome, we've had like everything's been in like that Eastern. I don't know. I just don't like it. It feels too samey from like Assassin's Creed 1, or Egypt. It's
Or
like sand place,
or even
with,
Prince of
really,
Persia.
yeah, it's just sand
Yeah.
place with really cool architecture. And I'm like, we've had that. Let's do something cool. Let's do something like, let's go back to like Pirates was a cool like departure from it, I thought. Or the guy that is in the snow. Like, that's cool. Let's do that. Let's go to like Brazil. Let's have him climb some trees, or
Modern day.
modern day would be cool too.
Yeah.
Japan, China, like something with variation, and not just
Russia.
it's or Russia. Well, Russia would just be like, it's all snow.
Be cool.
And you get a couple of architects. It would be the same as the sand is the problem that I have with it.
Yeah. They did
Oh,
America. They did it.
Like they did the East Coast. Give me like
The LA. Just you
Give me, like,
climbing.
I was thinking like, maybe the Grand Canyon. Like set one in the Grand Canyon,
be
and you
sick.
have to climb around the Grand
The
Canyon.
map is the Grand Canyon. That'd be sick.
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that see like come on. I think that'd be kind of interesting. And then you can like have it could be like, ancient Native Americans.
Yeah.
Like camps all over the place. Have them set up
Montezuma's
that would be
castle
cool,
and
man.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But it
Well,
is what it is.
the rumor with this one is that, well, it's not even a rumor. It's been reported that this is more of a like return to tradition, a more classic sort of Assassin's Creed, a step away from like the Assassin's Creed, Valhalla sort of thing,
Well, that's good.
where it's more of a smaller experience, because originally it was meant to just be a DLC, but it grew into a bigger thing. And they're
Oh,
like, let's
okay.
just make it a standalone, smaller, more classic Assassin's Creed experience, which kind of makes me interested in it, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
I'll peep an eye over there,
Yeah,
see what
but
they're doing.
it does sort of seem like a placeholder until Assassin's Creed Infinity comes out, which is going to be their next big, like, you know, let's make a shit ton of
Thing.
money division
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Gotcha.
What's the word? Games as service.
Oh God. Yeah.
I,
Assassin's Creed shouldn't be a games of
I
service.
agree.
Assassin's Creed should be a
Horizon,
an
you
isolated
know.
event. You
Yeah,
know, a God of War type game, Last of Us type game. You know,
yeah. It's like it's
it
okay
doesn't.
that Ubisoft makes a couple of those, but it's like, dude, not all of your games need to be these. I'm
Yeah.
surprised they haven't done that with Far Cry. I'm surprised.
Right.
It still hasn't happened with Far Cry.
Yeah.
But the Far Cries they've released have been ass since 4. So
I'd say since 3, but you know,
I liked 4. I thought 4 was
even
okay.
3 was pretty bad.
Damn.
Far Cries are just not that solid. Like the gunplay, sure, but like the story is not interesting.
They have interesting villains.
That's that okay.
I liked Pagan Man.
Yeah. But like I wanted to side with Pagan Man
You could.
in Far Cry 4. Yeah, if you sat at the table for 15
No,
minutes.
at the end, you can choose to shoot him with the rocket or not, or
Yeah.
let him go. Yeah. Spoilers for Far Cry 4.
Well, it's too late.
Because you find out like he's your dad and stuff. Spoilers, hella spoilers. Oh my god.
Wow.
I
Holy
actually liked.
shit.
I liked the story of Far Cry 4. I thought it was pretty good.
I felt like Far Cry 4 was like, hey, we're in a revolution and you have to be involved because your mom died. And you're like, no, I'm just here to bury my mom's ashes where she wanted to be
Yeah, but
buried.
then the story
And then
develops
it's
and you
just
find out like your mom was sleeping with Pagan Min and shit, and you're like, oh,
tell me that before I get invested in like, whose side am I gonna be on? Am I gonna be,
yeah,
you
yeah. Tell
know,
that to Star Wars, okay? All right,
what do you mean?
because the big reveal that the bad guys your dad.
Yeah,
It's the
but that
same
doesn't
thing.
make you pick a side between the two rebellions. Like if they went, here's Shaw's rebels and here's the Rebel Alliance, right? Pick a side. Who do you like more? And you're like, fuck, dude, I don't know. And then they're like, oh, by the way, Darth Vader's your father. He's like, well, let me just go be with Darth Vader. You know, I don't give
You
a shit
want
about
Luke
your
to be with
stupid
Darth Vader?
Yeah, man, it would be way better. Be way better.
All right.
Then we get Leia kicking Luke's ass. Come on,
I do want to. That'd be a cool Elseworlds. I'd watch it.
you know.
I need to turn you up a little. Sorry. Hold on.
Turn me up, baby.
Ooh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Next piece of news. All right, let's get into it.
We're getting into it. Holy shit, here we go.
Here's the biggest piece of news. Not really. It is a piece of news. Phil Spencer responds to Activision Blizzard acquisition. He posted a blog on the Microsoft website.
Okay.
I'm just gonna read it. All right. It's not
The whole
super.
thing?
It's not that long.
Oh,
It's like a few
jeez.
paragraphs.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go, you know.
Yeah, go walk around, do what you got to do.
All right.
But
Go for it.
I thought it was interesting. What he's saying here. Okay, here is from Phil Spencer. All right, game developers around the world are creating innovative and groundbreaking games. We think that we can do more to bring those experiences to the billions of players everywhere. Our announcement in January that we intend to acquire Activision Blizzard was an important milestone in our journey to do so. Since then, regulators, game developers, and players have been asking what the acquisition means for the industry, and most importantly, for players. While we love consoles, we recognize that they are not the only way to play. Today, the largest and fastest growing segment of gaming is mobile platforms. To reach the billions of players where they are, and no matter what device they play on, we need to embrace choice. Giving players choice in how they play their games makes gaming more accessible and leads to larger, more vibrant communities of players. Choice is equally more important to developers. Developers benefit from having a diversity of distribution and business models for their games. Choice unlocks opportunities for innovation and enables the industry to grow. We are expanding choice in two ways: through the creation of Game Pass, which gives players a subscription option, and by bringing more games to mobile platforms, including through our cloud gaming streaming technology. Subscription services like Game Pass make gaming more affordable and help players from all over the world find their next favorite game. Game Pass empowers developers to bring more games to more players, not fewer. We intend to make Activision Blizzard's much loved library of games, including Overwatch, Diablo, and Call of Duty, available in Game Pass to grow those games' communities. By delving even more value to players, we hope to continue growing Game Pass, extending its appeal to mobile phones and any connected device. Bringing more games to mobile platforms, however, requires new capabilities. The expertise that the teams at Activision Blizzard bring in developing games for mobile platforms will help us understand how to create games that engage players around the world. In addition, we hope that players will be eager to play traditional console games from Activision Blizzard on other platforms via our cloud game streaming technology. This promises to open up mobile gaming, creating new distribution opportunities for game developers outside of mobile app stores, while delivering compelling and immersive experiences for players by using power of the cloud. And we can extend the joy of playing to devices that people already own, including smart TVs and laptops. In doing so, we will pursue a principled path. We've heard that this deal might take franchises like Call of Duty away from places where people currently play them. That's why, as we've said before, we are committed to making the same version of Call of Duty available on PlayStation on the same day the game launches elsewhere. We will continue to enable people to play with each other across platforms and across devices. We know players benefit from this approach because we've done it with Minecraft, which continues to be available on multiple platforms and has expanded to even more since Mojang joined Microsoft in 2014. As we extend our gaming storefront across new devices and platforms, we will make sure that we do so in a manner that protects the ability of developers to choose how to distribute their game. We will continue to engage with regulators with a spirit of transparency and openness as they review this acquisition. We respect and welcome the hard questions that are being asked. The gaming industry today is robust, and dynamic industry leaders, including Tencent and Sony, continue to expand their deep and extensive libraries of games, as well as other entertainment brands and franchises, which are enjoyed by players everywhere. We believe that a thorough review will show that the combination of Microsoft and Activision Blizzard will benefit the industry and players. For all players and game developers out there, you remain at the center of everything we do, and we will continue to listen to your feedback and do everything we can to nurture this industry we love. Nick?
Cool.
Thoughts?
That's it. You said them all. I know. I just this sounds like
Head empty.
head empty. This sounds like an opening to a court case. It's just like, these are my opening remarks. Blah blah blah.
It's an appeal of the court of public opinion.
Yeah, and it's just kind of one of those things that I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. You can say, they say all these things,
Yep.
and they do all these things. I want them to show some proof. But you know what? I don't give a shit if they have Activision or Blizzard. You know, I don't care. If they buy it and Activision's like, yeah, for sure, they should be able to do it. We have plenty of other, game developers and game publishers that it's a big guy buying a big guy, and hopefully for the better, but also sounds good to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got a couple takeaways from it. I think, first and foremost, with the Activision Blizzard thing, I think I take a different stance on it than you. I do think it's a little dangerous, honestly, Xbox owning Activision, because Call of Duty is just such a massive franchise. Like, they kind of have a monopoly on that kind of shooter. I mean, we could say they don't. We could say they don't, because other games that sort of exist like that do. But they don't. Like, let's be real. They don't.
Yeah.
I just... Right now, they're saying the right things. Phil is saying the right things. And I believe Phil. I believe Phil is a genuine guy. The thing is like, Phil's not going to be there forever. You know, like how
Right.
long's Phil going to be there? Maybe another 5 years. What happens when
Yeah.
the next guy comes in, right? Like
Right.
we all loved Bob Iger over at Disney, and then the new Bob, whatever his name is, Bob Chapek, he comes in. We all fucking hate him because he's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. You know, we all loved Reggie Fils-Aimé. Doug Bowser comes in. He really hasn't done anything, so I got no shit to talk about him. Honestly, I don't know. I just like his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, like Phil Spencer leaves, and now they've got Call of Duty, which has been on PlayStation for 3 years since they acquired them or whatever. But now the new guy's like, nope, we're done doing that. You know,
Right.
that's all it takes. And
But Halo fell. Halo is such a bad game now,
yeah,
and we'll get into that. But it's such a bad game, and it was the biggest turning point game for first-person shooters back on PC. It put consoles on the map once it came to consoles.
yeah,
The same shit could happen to Call of Duty. Just because it's been around for so long doesn't mean that it can't fail. Look at Diablo.
yeah. You're right.
Look at Warcraft. It's I'm
World of
just looking
Warcraft
at
is still the biggest thing ever.
well, I mean, Final Fantasy came around and people are loving Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah,
You
even
know,
with that though, it's still like the second biggest, MMO.
yeah, but I guarantee you, if they make another one, it's not going to be as good.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's like the Diablo bullshit that's going around. It's like, yeah, we remade Diablo, but it's shitty. It's really fucking shitty, and it's like, oh, okay,
No, yeah,
tight.
you're right. Like it's totally possible that Call of Duty, dives off a cliff. It's totally possible, especially under Xbox, who doesn't seem to be doing well with their first parties, even though they own fucking Bethesda.
Yeah,
And they still released nothing this year. Like, what are they? Nothing. Where's
nothing.
id? What the fuck is
Yeah,
going? Anyway, yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. Call of Duty can jump off a cliff, all that stuff. But the worrying thing is like it's Microsoft. It's not that it's Xbox. It's that it's Microsoft. And
right.
that's the scary thing, I guess. And I'm not saying like they can't do this purchase. It's gonna happen. Like they're gonna win whatever court case they need to win or whatever. It's gonna happen. But it is interesting that they do talk about mobile gaming. With just a couple weeks ago, Sony bought that one mobile gaming company, and it just seems like everyone's trying to dive into mobile gaming hardcore again, which I feel like is just gonna be the same. The same thing's gonna happen that happened
Yep.
before, where it's meaningless. It means nothing.
Yep.
It might get them some money, but it's not gonna be what they think it is. Because honestly, no one wants to game on their phone, dude. Nobody does.
No.
Nobody
At
does.
least I don't. I hate that shit.
Yeah, my phone is for phone calls, text messages, maybe social media. Like that's it. I
Yeah.
don't want to play games on that thing. It's because it drains the power. Like you talked about this last time. Like it drains the power and stuff. What I do find interesting though about this thing is I wonder if in the future maybe the way they're talking is almost like the way a publisher talks more so than a console owner talks, right?
Right.
And I'm wondering if like Xbox is thinking about just moving into like, hey, we're not a system maker anymore. We're still a platform, we're still Xbox, and we still have Game Pass, but we're not making like Xboxes anymore. Like that's
Right.
not our main thing. Which it already seems like they're kind of like that's not our main thing at all.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Which would be less of a risk for Sony, because Sony could just be like, oh, okay, well then you're just like Sega to us.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
So
The rest
I'm
of
looking at a list of all their things that they've released or said are going to release in 2022. It's nothing. They have Grounded, that like indie game.
yeah, which was it just came out of early access. That's all it was.
Yeah. Gotham Knights, I guess, is in house also, isn't it?
That's a Warner Brothers thing.
Well, then they don't even have that. Flight Simulator, but that's been out. It's just updates for it.
The Maverick
got-
thing. Yeah.
They've got nothing, man. They have nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how they did it.
The whole year without releasing a fucking video game.
Yeah. Age of Empires, was that this year? No, that was last year, huh?
That was last year.
Yeah, that's wild.
Crazy shit, man.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Xbox is
Too busy buying to actually
yeah,
make things.
to actually do anything else.
Well,
Yeah.
we're on the topic. Halo Infinite's co-op and Forge modes delayed to November. This comes from Tom Warren at The Verge. 3483 Industries is delaying its next season of Halo Infinite to March 2023. It's extending its current season that started in May to 10 months long instead of the original promised 3 months.
God.
Fuck. Well, Halo Infinite players are desperate for fresh content. The long-awaited Forge beta has also been delayed and will now launch on November 8th alongside the co-op mode, which were both promised at launch. Forge was originally planned for September, and it will allow Halo Infinite players to edit multiplayer levels and build new maps to share with fellow players. It was hugely popular in previous Halo games, and leaks have shown that Forge in Halo Infinite looks like it will be a lot of fun for players. 343 Industry is launching 2 new multiplayer maps alongside Forge on November 8th, and they're both built using the Forge editor. Oh my god, for real? That is so lame. Jesus Christ, that's so lame.
Yeah.
Campaign co-op and mission replay will also be available on November 8th after a delay from a late August target. But 343 Industry is sadly scrapping plans for local split-screen co-op modes. Quote, in order to improve and accelerate ongoing live service development and to better address player feedback and quality of life updates, we have reallocated studio resources and are no longer working on local campaigns split screen co-op, said 343 Industries in a statement to IGN. While that's bad news for Halo fans hoping to relive the fun of some couch co-op, Halo Infinite players will be able to team up online using the co-op feature once the winter update launches on November 8th.
God. What a fucking mess, dude.
For
Halo
real.
is such a fucking mess. These guys at 343, I don't think these guys actually do anything.
Yeah, well, I think
What?
I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but three months. They gave them 3 months. Hey, 3 months. Let's do another season. Oh yeah, fuck that. 10 months. 10 months long. We're doing the season. The season's gonna go. We're not gonna do anything for the season. That battle pass, the reason everybody's gonna have the end of the battle pass if you've played
battle pass.
The Forge mode and the 2 maps, I didn't know about this until you read it. The 2 maps that are made with Forge mode, I will throw up. That is these guys are literally just playing Halo for work and going, Jim made this map, just release it.
Yeah.
God, it just seems so lazy to me.
I mean,
are there only like 6 people on this team?
It's fine when like Dreams did it, right? Because it's like that's the whole game.
The whole purpose.
So they're like,
yeah.
hey, we made some levels just as like an example of what you can do or whatever. But like the fact that there's no content, but we are getting 2 maps in Forge mode, and it's like, dude.
343 Industries, as of 2020, has 750 employees.
You know what it sounds like?
What are they doing? What are they doing?
Sounds to me like too many cooks.
I don't even think it's that. There's no. I haven't seen any sort of form of like, oh yeah, let's go in this direction. No, let's switch it and go this direction. Nobody's trying anything. They're just like, let's hold off. Let's not release anything. Let's not jump at anything. Let's just stay in our lane and wait. And then when it comes out, it's going to be extremely disappointing because we haven't actually been working. Like, I feel like these guys they're not clocking in. It's the vibe I'm getting. 750 people are not clocking in.
Yeah. Well, to me, it's like Halo, since Bungie left Halo, 343 has been building upon crumbs. Like, this is not, it's not their franchise really to to work on to begin with. You know what I mean? Like this was
I mean, it is since Halo 4.
right. Oh, I know. But like, I mean, we go back to those games. Nobody liked those games either.
No.
I remember like people fucking hated 5. Like people hated that game. I remember when Halo Infinite was announced and everyone was so hyped about it. I'm like, I feel like the last 2 Halo games you guys all fucking hated, and it's the same company making it this time.
And
like,
it's exactly the same thing.
and it's like
going this.
Bungie is already making Halo. It's called Destiny. Go check it out. It's better. It's like way better. Like
it actually like updates.
Yeah.
And there's actually things to do.
Yeah, and like I've got bad things to say about Destiny, but like that game fucking rules when you're like actually playing it though. This game
comparing it to Halo. Halo 4 came out in 2012, by the way. So they've owned this franchise
10 years.
For more than 10 years.
Yeah.
Then they still can't fucking get it right. Just move them. Just move them to something else. Break the team up and send them somewhere else.
Right. I feel like Halo has been, they've been trying to relive the glory days of Halo and like build upon this IP, when what they should have been doing is looking at what Sony was doing with God of War, right? God of War 1, 2, and 3, classic games. Everyone loved them. And then they released that like God of War Judgment or whatever the fuck it was called. People hated it. People were like, this is not good. And what did Sony do? They said, okay, we'll completely restructure this. Obviously, our franchise is not dead. It's not dead.
It's getting dated.
Yeah, it's not dead, but it's dying. And if we keep doing this, we're just basically, trying to get juice from a raisin, like.
Yeah.
So what they did was they completely built it from the ground up. They restructured it. They did a soft reboot. I think that would work great for Halo. But I think they're at a point now with Halo where it's like, you don't need to reboot Halo. You need to reboot 343. And I think the way to do that is to just let them do their own fucking franchise.
Yeah.
Do a new IP like Naughty Dog does, right? Like, I think Naughty Dog did Uncharted. They got up to 4, and I think they were like, okay, I think we've done the like we're out of steam on this. And they're like, we're moving on to The Last of Us. I think they did The Last of Us Part 2, and they're probably like, we're kind of out of steam on this. I think they're gonna move on to something else. Like, let 343 do their own thing, man. I just don't get it. But on the news here, like, the fact that they have a live service game, but like 10 months, dude, that's way too long for a season in a game. That's crazy. And the unfortunate thing is, like, this next season could be amazing. It could be the best thing ever, right? But people are going to be like, well, if I'm going to have to wait 10 months for another season, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not going to participate in this. Like, this is boring. Yeah. So, I don't know. The game wasn't finished. They released it unfinished. It's still not finished. It never will be finished.
If they had content through that 10 months, like if it's like, you won't finish this, it'll take you 10 months to finish this battle pass or whatever the fuck they have going on, like the storyline or fucking know what they have. And they're like, this is going to take you 10 months to do. Sure. But people were finishing the battle pass within like 2 months, a month of actually like getting their hands on the game. Those people, I can't imagine they're still playing it. There's no reason. There is no progression. It is the dumbest. It is worse than the Cyberpunk release. Because Cyberpunk, sure, it released bad, but then they're like, yeah, we fucked up and we're gonna start to fix it. And we saw like incremental, fixes, bug fixes. Okay, we're listening, we're fixing. It's like, yeah, this game wasn't ready. This game still isn't ready. And they're still not like, there's no transparency. They're just like, we got to delay it. 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 Fuck, man, just put her down.
In Halo,
nobody wants it anymore.
In Halo's defense a little bit, I think they were looking more at like No Man's Sky, where they're like, okay, let's just put our heads down for 10 months and try to fix it. I think that's what they were going for with this. But
well, we'll see.
The funniest part about all of this, Nick, and I don't have it written here, but our friend Patrick sent us a video of a guy hacking. He didn't even hack. It was an in-game like glitch where he got split screen co-op to work within the game. currently right now.
My God.
So like on it, like what is happening over at what is happening over there?
They're not working. They don't show up to work.
I
Is
mean,
what I'm
they
thinking.
got to be
Everybody's
working,
on
but there's just got to be like some sort of
ev-
management mishandling of this.
everybody's on vacation, and they come in one day out of the week, and I don't know, man. This is some real sketchy shit.
Yeah.
343 just needs to break up into other teams, or do something on their own, prove themselves as a fucking developer, because I haven't seen anything proven by 343 in the 15 years that they've been a company. I've never seen them succeed. Um, something needs to give. They've had too many shots, too many chances, and this is getting ridiculous.
Yep.
Fucking
Agreed.
Call of Duty team, come in here and fucking wipe the floor with these assholes, because they don't understand. They have it. It's there. They just need to fucking do something. Anything.
The one like gold standard they have is the Master Chief Collection, which is just like a remake,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just it's upsetting.
yep. Hey man, when I played Halo Infinite, I think people were just like blinded by Halo. Because when I played it, I'm like, I don't get this. I don't know why people are so hyped on this. This shit feels awful. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just me, but like I thought it felt really
Dude,
bad.
I didn't like it either. I really didn't.
Everything felt so like heavy and like I don't know. Just
Yeah. I did not like it either.
it was like boring. I don't know. Nick, what you been playing, man? What you been playing?
Oh man, I've been playing Destiny. I beat the expansion. I beat the Witch Queen, which is really bad. Gotta say, story wise, cheesy, goofy, dumb as fuck. But I had a good time doing it. It's a stupid, mindless game, or you just shoot people, shoot aliens, and you pick up loot. That's all I expect for this game. It works somehow, and your little number at the top keeps getting bigger every time you do something, and it's like, this is something. It's something to do. I get to play with the boys. There's customization, sort of, and I've been having a good time with it. Probably burn out pretty soon. I can feel it already. I'm like, I don't really care about the exotic quests or whatever quests that I have to do, because I don't care. It's confusing as shit. Destiny has got menus on menus on menus, and I'm like, fuck, man, I don't even know how to leave the fire team. Just let me leave. Like, I don't. There, in order to exit the game, you got to go to the settings, scroll all the way down to like gameplay, and then you hit return to main menu or log out or something like that. Like, that's such a weird place. So every time, Alt F4. It's a great game to Alt F4. But yeah, I'm having a good time with it.
I played on console, so.
Oh, yeah. It's probably a little easier on console, I imagine.
Yeah, just go to the home screen, cancel it out.
What do you be playing?
I have been playing Destiny as well. Haven't beat the Witch Queen yet, but I have been enjoying my time with the Witch Queen. I think every mission has been just a blast. Legendary is very hard, but I've kind of grown. I've kind of grown to like it, actually. Just like the difficulty of it. It's like, damn, this is hard, but I don't know. Kind of like the hardness. Makes me hard. You know what I mean?
Hard. Yeah. No. Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah. I'm really liking Destiny. I'm actually happy we've been playing it again. Like, it's just been fun to play with the guys. And I'm also happy I'm playing it with people who aren't like taking it as seriously as we used to back with like Destiny 1. It's just like we're all kind of like, I don't know what's happening, but it's fun, I guess. So yeah, I've been playing that, continuing my journey in Kirby. Still liking Kirby. I'm almost done. I'm sure next week I will be done with it and be able to talk about it in more detail. 2 Point Campus, same thing. I'm so close, so close. I could taste it. I'm trying to 3-star everything in 2 Point Campus, but I really have enjoyed 2 Point Campus. It's not like the most amazing thing ever, but it's been enjoyable enough for what it is. enjoying that. I did order the Last of Us remake, um,
Mm,
and I got the Firefly edition, which I'm hyped about.
nice.
But
Nice. I'm happy for you.
it won't be here until Tuesday or tomorrow, or if you're watching the restream of this today. Uh, so I will probably start playing that this week as well. So playing a lot of things coming up here. I'm excited to replay The Last of Us. Honestly, I've played it so many times, but I'm still excited to play it. The backlash online has been fucking crazy. It's just the most absurd thing. Like, I understand people are. It's fine if you're like, I don't understand why they're making this. I'm kind of with you. I don't fully understand it either.
Right.
Sorry, my screen went black for some reason. Yeah, I don't fully understand it either. But I'm not like, just don't buy it. I don't know. Like, I don't know why people are like freaking out so hard online.
Yeah.
It's really absurd. It makes me wonder, like, if The Last of Us Part 2 wasn't so divisive, or divisive, whatever. If that game wasn't so divisive, like, would there be as much hate online right now about this game? You know?
Yeah. See, the problem I have with it is just like they've already done this. They've already done this. Do we really need another one?
Yeah, and that's fine. That's
Release them as a bundle.
That's fine to say, and they will release it as bundle.
And for $70, it's fucking steep. That's a fucking steep price
I
to
understand.
put on.
I understand what you're saying, and like I get it. Like, I've heard it a million times from everyone, and it makes sense. Just don't buy it. And then when it's on
I'm
sale,
not going to.
when it's on sale in fucking 4 months for $20, buy it then. Like, that's fine.
Yep.
Everyone online's freaking the fuck out about it though. They're like, Naughty Dog is downhill. They're a piece of shit. It's like, I don't know, man. Just don't fucking buy it. It's not a big deal. And the funniest thing is, like, these people do this, and then they go buy Pikmin 3, which came out after The Last of Us. It's a port. It's not even a remake. It's a fucking port of Pikmin 3 on the Switch, and that game will never go down in price. $60.
Yep.
Wind Waker will get ported again.
Yep.
And no one complains about that shit, but because it's Naughty Dog, and like Naughty Dog, like, sent some lady shit or whatever, they're like, ooh, girls and gays, like, we hate them, and now it's like this big deal. I understand the criticism. Like, I am actually in agreement where it's like, that is too steep of a price. It should have dropped at 40. The only reason I bought it is because I could buy the collector's edition. If I didn't get the collector's edition, I would have bought it. But that's the thing. I just wouldn't have bought it. So I don't know. It's just crazy. These people online, it's just fragile win. I'm not saying you, by the way. Like, your criticisms are totally valid.
And it's I understand I'm valid, but it's you make up a good point.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
It's just everybody bitches about everything.
Yeah.
And then they look at Nintendo and they're like, "Oh, you're a fucking golden child." It's like, no, Nintendo needs to fucking suffer.
Right?
We have fucking stick drift, and they haven't fucking fixed it. So
yeah, Nintendo is the worst culprit of doing exactly what The Last of Us did. But on like The Last of Us, like The Last of Us actually went in there and like rebuilt a lot of the frames like ground up, and like rebuilt the game and like actually made it look better. Where it's like, Nintendo is like, yeah, we just re-released Ocarina of Time again, and it's pretty much just a port. It's not even.
We just changed the controls.
Yeah, right. Or like,
it's like, okay, great.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like, if you're gonna complain about The Last of Us, you better start complaining about Nintendo too. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Anyway, but I agree, because I actually. And I'll probably talk about it more when I actually play The Last of Us remake. But like, I have heard that it's not that different, like, at all, as far as like gameplay and stuff, which is disappointing to me, because I would have thought they would have put like the dogs and stuff from the second game, and like able to hide under cars and stuff, and like
change things a little bit around.
And I understand you want to be faithful to the first game, but the thing about it is like, because the remaster exists on the PS4, which is also available on the PS5, it's like that original version still exists, You know,
Right.
so like if you prefer that, you could still play that, and then you have like a different option here. Like I would have preferred that, but I get why they did it, because I know next year when they release the HBO show, they're gonna release the bundle of Last of Us Part One, Part Two
Oh
for
yeah. Oh
$60 or
yeah.
whatever.
And there'll be a comic book attached to it, and you're gonna have to buy it once again.
No, no, you can't get me again, Naughty Dog. Oh, they'll get me again.
I'll
Uh,
get you again.
Recent reviews via OpenCritic: The Last of Us remake got an 88 out of 100 critic reviews, um, which is, yeah, that's fine.
Pretty good. It's better than what I expected, honestly.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it's The Last of Us. You know,
yeah.
like
How can you fucking go wrong?
it's a great game.
Yeah. If you haven't played it, fucking play it.
I'm curious, if you is it possible? Are you on OpenCritic still?
Yeah,
Is
it
it
can be.
possible for you to pull up the Last of Us original on OpenCritic? I'm curious what that got.
Ooh, The Last of Us. Let's see. Not part one, not remastered.
Actually, remastered would probably be fine.
Okay, it's remastered. Last of Us Remastered got a 94.
Yeah,
So I don't even know if they have a Last of Us. Let's just see.
that's really high.
Not
That's
part one.
crazy.
Well, yeah, dude.
It's The
The
Last of Us.
only, it just comes up with part one. The only reason, um, it didn't win Game of the Year is because Grand Theft Auto 5 came out the same year.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe Grand Theft Auto beat it. That's
I
insane.
know, insane.
That's not even right, dude. uh,
Last of
anyway.
Us Part 2 has a 93. So, fuck. Fuck, man.
Well, Nick,
Yes, sir.
next week in games, on Saturday we've got the Ubisoft Forward.
Hell yeah,
Get
dude.
hype! It's E3
Hell
time,
yeah.
baby. It's
We
E3
might
again.
see some fucking it. Yeah, kind of is considering the next thing.
Yeah. You expect anything from this Ubisoft Forward?
Maybe the Assassin's Creed stuff.
Yeah, the Mirage stuff, and
Yeah. Maybe more Skull and Bones because we haven't seen enough of that fucking game.
you're right. Avatar. I
Uh,
think we'll see Avatar.
maybe Larian Studios will come out and be like, "Hey, Baldur's Gate 3, man, coming out.
You
This is
think
the date."
you think Aisha Taylor will host it?
I hope so.
That'd be cool. Bring her back. It's been years.
Bring it back. Yeah. I
Uh,
hope it's not, you know, kind of funny host. What is his name?
Greg Miller.
Right. Fuck that guy, man.
He's
Fuck
too
Greg Miller.
he's too busy hosting E3 as a whole. Uh,
Yeah.
hey, is it a coincidence that he hosted E3 and then it disappeared? I'm just saying.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
Because he's a terrible freaking Jeff Keighley. I think he's one of the worst. He's like Jeff Keighley times two.
He's
You know?
he's better at content like this because he's like
Yeah.
he's more of
Yeah.
like a buddy than a presenter. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you
Absolutely.
want to have a conversation with Greg. You don't want to like
He's
listen to.
he's not a seller. He doesn't sell shit.
Yeah, he's
He
too hype.
talks about shit.
He's too hype. You know, you can't have him host stuff. Still, yeah. I wonder if we'll see that Star Wars game.
We saw, yeah, yeah. Let's fucking do it. Disney and Marvel Game Showcase is also right
Yeah.
around the corner too.
That is
September
on
9th.
Friday, so before the Ubisoft Forward.
Yeah, so we might get a glimpse of it there, and then we'll get another trailer at the Ubisoft Forward.
You think we'll see anything interesting at the Disney Marvel Game Showcase?
Oh man, probably. We might see that XCOM Marvel game. We might get
That'd be cool.
glimpses into the Amy Hennig Marvel game.
Mm.
We might get, a whole bunch of shit. There's
yeah.
a whole bunch of shit brewing with Disney, Marvels, and Star
Honestly,
Wars
Avatar,
bullshit.
the fact that they're calling it Disney Marvel makes me think maybe Avatar.
Maybe,
Maybe a Star Wars thing here or there. I don't know.
maybe,
It's hard to say. I'm
maybe.
not getting my hopes up though. Not
No.
getting my hopes up. Yeah, because the rumor on the street is that we're getting a PlayStation showcase sometime this month. So I don't think we'll see Spider-Man at this Disney Marvel thing, because I think if we are going to see Spider-Man, it's going to be at that PlayStation showcase.
But the second Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And Wolverine.
Man,
I don't think we'll see anything on Wolverine until
oh,
next year, probably.
I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
Oh,
Wolverine. Oh,
Disney.
give it to me.
Fucking Sony. And this is not really game related, but this is also on Saturday. Marvel Showcase. So on Saturday, which is
Cool.
that's usually when they show off like, hey, here's our timeline coming up, which they kind of already did at.
They already did that at Comic-Con.
They did that at Comic-Con, but this the rumor is we're gonna get the cast of Fantastic Four and stuff. So
Oh, good.
that's
Good.
that's the
that
rumor.
way I can stop fucking,
Glenn Howerton.
Glenn Howerton, please.
Please.
Just the whole
Please.
cast of Sunny and Philly. Just the whole cast. Give them to me.
I also have a prediction. This is my big prediction for what we're gonna see at the Marvel Showcase. All right, here's my biggest prediction. Deadpool 3 trailer and release date.
Ooh, that would be cool, dude.
That
would be cool.
prediction.
I like that.
Yeah, and we'll get the Fantastic Four cast.
Can we get Domino back in there?
Yes.
Can we get Domino and Domino's so fucking cool.
Dude, Zazie Beetz. She's the shit, and she's perfect in that role.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking excellent.
Yes.
And Domino's like the best superhero.
I actually just watched Deadpool 2 last week, and that movie is so fucking awesome.
It's so good.
And I really hope Deadpool 3 is not a disappointment, which it probably will be, but
who's to say?
Here's hoping. Give us fucking Hugh Jackman and Deadpool hanging out together. And it's like he shows up at Hugh Jackman's house and he's like, hey, Hugh Jackman, can you play Wolverine again? And he's like, all right.
I guess so. Yeah.
And then you just see Hugh Jackman like inject steroids.
And he's like, hey, bub.
Hey, bub. That'd be so great, dude. I mean, if we got fucking Patrick Stewart back in
X-Men, yeah, we got Patrick Stewart
in Doctor Strange. Like, we could get Hugh Jackman back. Come on now.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's finish this fucking show. Biomutant is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series on September 6th. Temtem is coming to PlayStation 5, Series X, Switch, PC on September 6th. How about that? The Tomorrow Children Phoenix Edition is coming to PlayStation 5 and 4 on September 6th. Jack Move. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's coming to PC on September 8th. Steel Rising is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC September 8th. NBA 2K23 is coming out September 9th to everything, including Switch. Yep. Goddamn. And Splatoon 3 is coming out September 9th. This Friday. So let's go. Oh my god.
Hyped, dude.
There's so many games. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this, Nick? Oh my god.
I don't know. You just stop everything and play Splatoon 3 with me.
Oh, I'm definitely doing. Yeah, this weekend is Splatoon time, baby. Let's go.
Splatoon time. Splat time.
Check out our other shows. We got a spoiler cast coming up. We're doing Star Wars. I just did an interview with Trevor Pullman of Believe It or Not. Check out that as well. It's a great conversation. Other content coming to the channel. I don't know. We'll see. We're always doing stuff.
Always something.
Check us out on Twitter at LonerCast1 is the podcast stuff. Info on like when we post podcasts and stuff. Although it's pretty standard. Every Monday, 3:30. Come on, get over here. Twitch.tv/LonerCast. Check me out on Twitter at emergencypizza_. Check Nick out on Twitter at fatal_microwave. And also remember to love your mom. She misses you. Call her.